NFL Pro Era puts you in the helmet of a quarterback, giving you the freedom to create a player, pick your team, and play through an entire NFL season, test your skills in some practice games, or even play with others in some unique online modes. This released September 15th, 2022 for both the PSVR and Quest 2 headsets for $30 US, and for this review, we are putting the Quest 2 version through its paces. Is this the Madden NFL VR game we've been hoping for, or yet another licensed cash grab? Let's find out. Hello sports fans, it's Ryan from the VR Grid, and before we jump into this review, please consider subscribing to the channel, and if you really enjoyed this video, hit that like button and leave a comment, as it really helps us out, and we like talking to you. I need to get this out of the way. I'm not the biggest sports guy. By no means do I hate sports, and in truth, a few of my favorite VR titles have been sports related, like Thrill the Fight or Racket Fury, as I really enjoy the simulation aspect that VR can bring to gaming, something that playing on a TV just can't do. So, when I heard that the NFL was finally dipping their toe into VR, I was excited, but also leery as we have seen poor efforts from both the MLBA and NBA when it comes to bringing their respective sports to our headsets. For those looking for the VR Madden experience, you best temper those expectations, as what is here is basically a quarterback sim utilizing the NFL license with full team rosters and arenas for every team in the league. There is no story or any sort of campaign to worry about, probably a good thing, with the game immediately putting you in the final play of a game before placing you in the tutorial to teach you the basics. Your coach will pick your next play, which can be viewed on your arm via a small tablet, and a button press later, you'll be in position, pressing the trigger to have the ball hiked to you and following through with the play. To make a successful pass, you need to look at your target and toss with the game auto-aiming your throws to ensure success. It's a system that works, but did take me some mental adjustment, as it's less about throwing the ball with any sort of accuracy and heft, see 2MDVR football, and more about timing and making sure you're looking where you want the ball to go. Running is handled by using the thumbsticks or swinging your arms, and can also be a little awkward at first, but once I figured that out, it became easy enough, though I should mention, the only available in-game turn option is a 45-degree click turn, so for any sort of accuracy, make sure you can turn in the real world if you decide to run the ball. While it did take me a little while to adapt my throwing and running skills, once I did, completing plays, making downs, and scoring touchdowns became a relative breeze as I cruised my way to the Super Bowl. At the game's onset, you can choose the team you want to play for, as well as customize your player with a few preset body types and faces, and some finer tuning for wristband colors and the like, though these options are fairly basic, but you can play as a male or female character for those that care. It's from here, your locker room hub, where you can select the next game, mess with a few basic options, view trophies and achievements in your very own trophy room, or select single-player mini-camp tours, exhibitions, 2-minute drills, and multiplayer minigames. The camp tours are basic, offering up a mix of throwing challenges designed to fine-tune your timing and accuracy across 4 different modes, with the multiplayer stuff also being fairly throwaway in my opinion, thanks to a 4-player dodgeball, target practice, and a giant mode that pits 3 players in the field versus 1 giant, who must throw huge footballs at the team of 3 and take them out while the team does the same. It all works, and the games are harmless enough, with some offering more challenge than others, but I really found them to be more distraction than anything else, offering a few minutes of entertainment before I moved on, with little desire to return. That left me with the season mode, which I think, depending upon who you are, will make you extremely happy as you can play as the QB for your favorite team, but if you're looking for any more depth than that, it's not really here. There are no trades to speak of or injuries to deal with each game ending in a win, loss, or tie before you move on to the next team scheduled in the season. When not on offense, you sit in the sidelines and can watch the game unfold in real time, or you can simulate the game until you have possession once more. There are moments when you can call an audible on the field and change the play, and choosing to run the ball myself was always amusing, and if you want, you can check out all the season stats in the locker room or the game stats when waiting on the sidelines. It's not bad, and everything, for the most part, works as it should, but after about 4 season games, skipping past the game when I wasn't involved in the play, I was bored, as every play felt identical to the last. Get the ball, pass it to whomever, let the play unfold, repeat, win the game, and do it all over again. On the flip side to that indifference is a presentation that is surprisingly good for the Quest 2, but still underwhelming when it comes to sports simulation. As far as I know, the arenas here are proper representations of their real-world counterparts, offering some boring stock arenas, while others may have huge decorations for the team and location. The stadiums are also packed full of people, and while they're a little more than 2D blobs, it works. Players in the field look okay, though most of them have the same face and only use a few body types, so many look like larger and smaller clones of each other, but they animate well enough, holding each other up, tackling and everything else, with decent motion capture done to make even watching the game from the sidelines enjoyable. There are some immersion breaking moments, and even just funny ones, like when all the players move using the exact same animation, all running at the exact same time, or when players randomly run out of bounds and keep running as if being chased. Less amusing moments occur when the opposing team's AI flounders, with them running away from you or past you while you're holding the ball, looking for a clear shot, and if they do sack you, it's little more than a screen going red and your movement stopping. There are jumbotrons in each arena that show a close-up of the action, and even though they run at like 10 frames per second or less, I still appreciated their presence, minus the fact it would not display the crowds, making for an overall fairly decent visual package and solid use of the license considering the standalone platform. As far as audio goes, it's a bit of a mixed bag depending upon your tastes, with the locker room playing a few hip-hop tracks that I suppose fit the game. I don't know, they're not really to my liking. Your coach, whom I assume is voiced by an ex-player, will audibly give you the plays and shows up during the opening sections to break down your various options. During games he'll offer support, and may try to inspire confidence, though what he says is somewhat limited, and you'll hear the same sound bites over and over. There's also an announcer during the games who will state the basics of each play, like pass incomplete or first down, which helped add to the whole simulation side of things, and while it is fairly basic, all the sound stuff gets the job done.
Shotgun, split offset, empty slot corner. Shotgun, split offset, empty slot corner.
As I said, I'm not an NFL fan, so fan service wasn't really what I was looking for here, and outside of all the arenas, jerseys, and players is a light football sim and a fairly stock quarterback one. If that's all you want is to play as the QB on your favorite pro team, you'll probably have a blast with this and can totally justify the asking price. But if your thoughts are a little more in line with mine, you may be better off trying the 2MD series, which is cheaper, offers up more gameplay options, a more satisfying throwing system, and lets you experience a more complete version of the sport. I'm going to give NFL Pro Era for the Quest 2 a 6.5 out of 10. I just found it to be too repetitious. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching.